The Northern Lights, also known as the Aurora Borealis, have been busy, especially the last few years. While some of us caught a glimpse of them here in Seattle last May, the real light show happens in Northern Norway due to its geographical position and dark skies. Veteran Aurora expert, astronomer, and author Tom Kurz was named Chief Aurora Chaser by Hurtigruten Cruise Line. That's a very cool title. And now Tom joins me now because did I get the cruise line right?
Or you did.
I did?
Shall I teach you a bit of Norwegian?
Please.
The Norwegians like to spit this name out like it's one syllable, so they say Hurtigruten.
Oh, Lord.
You have to be really fast.
Yeah. And I'm Norwegian too, but you would never know, apparently. Okay, what's actually happening when we see the Northern Lights?
Well, we're experiencing the end point of a whole bunch of massive invisible processes. I like to think of it as a visible expression as something that we otherwise wouldn't be able to see. So it starts at the sun, around 90 million miles away. Radiation from the sun, called solar wind, is intercepted by the Earth's magnetic field, funneled into the atmosphere around the North and the South poles, and then it causes the atmosphere to glow, releasing these radiant colors that dance in a very beautiful way. So it actually begins with the sun, and it's what we call a space weather phenomenon, but you can experience it from the ground.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. This time right now is considered a solar maximum, a special period of time. So what does that mean?
Yeah, we're in a solar maximum period right now. The sun has a cycle of activity, so it waxes and wanes every 11 years. And when the sun is close to its maximum, we see more what we call sunspots on the sun. And that just corresponds to more sightings of the Northern Lights and more intense sightings as well. So the opportunities to witness like an aurora storm, which is absolutely breathtaking, it's much greater during the maximum period. And so for the next 2 seasons, really going from 2025 into 26 and then again 26 into 27, we're anticipating really great aurora sightings. We've already had a great season gone by, so this is a perfect time to go chasing the Northern Lights.
Ooh, okay, and what's the definition of an aurora chaser?
Now that's a good question. In my opinion, I'm a professional aurora chaser, but I think an aurora chaser is anyone who gets the bug. That happens to be most people. They say it's a bucket list phenomenon and you tick it off. In my experience, people tick it off and then they untick it and tick it off again many, many times, maybe hundreds of times. I myself have done it hundreds of times. So an aurora chaser is anyone that's willing to make the journey to go and actually hunt out and seek out this elusive phenomenon. And you do need to go up into the Arctic to see it properly. So you really have to take a bit of an expedition. So it's a bit of a pain and gain situation. You have to like the cold or brace the cold, but it's worth it. It's worth it for the experience.
Okay, well, I'm going to take your word for it. And you take people on these special cruises to see the lights in Norway. What's a typical day in the life like for you on something like that?
Oh my goodness. I probably need a typical day to get some rest, but there really is no typical day.
Look at you out there.
Yeah, most of the time it's more of a typical night than a day. I might spend the day forecasting, looking at the circumstances, delivering lecturers to our wonderful astronomy group. Sometimes I'm signing books like this one, but during the night I'm out on deck trying to make the most of every glimpse to interpret what's happening, showing people the stars and other phenomena in the night sky, and then ultimately trying to make sure they all experience the Northern Lights in the deepest and best way that they can, whether that's just to see it and understand it and to go deeper, perhaps even in almost a spiritual way or a scientific way, or whether that is to just take that dream photograph that they've always wanted to take. So we'll do some workshops around photography. My job is to make sure everybody goes away satisfied that they have had the best aurora chasing experience possible in Norway.
Gosh, okay. Well, do the colors mean anything too? Because we see these spectacular colors and I've always wondered, what do they mean specifically?
They do have meanings. They connect to the gases in our atmosphere, but we have to think higher up than where we're living right now. Where we live in the warm bit, we breathe the air, but if you go high enough, it's just atomic oxygen and molecular nitrogen. And these two gases, they emit different colors of light. So green is the predominant color, but higher up in the auroral curtain, we see reds and sometimes maroons and pinks and blues. And those are the colors we tend to see when the lights migrate south, such as they did to Seattle last year and other parts of the US. But if you go up into Norway, you have these green ribbons dancing overhead, and the green can be incredibly vibrant. So that's a really beautiful thing to see. They are beautiful colors. I mean, it just adds to the wonderful dynamism of the auroras. No display is the same as the previous one, and the color is a big part of that, as well as the movement.
It's breathtaking. And you said that seeing the lights never gets old. What do you see in them?
I see the most creaturely and unique phenomenon in the sky. I've seen almost everything there is to see. I've seen eclipses around the world. I've seen meteor showers. I've looked into the heart of the Milky Way from the darkest skies on Earth. But the Northern Lights has a special quality it seems to have a soul of its own. It moves, it's unique, it's like a paintbrush in the sky, and if you capture it, you're capturing the artistry of nature. And it has this incredible promise that nothing else has, and that promise is this: you don't know when the best display is going to occur. You don't know when the best display, whether it's in your future or not. All you know is that you don't want to miss it. Everything else in the sky is kind of the same from one year to the next, but the Northern Lights is always different. So I see it as the most special phenomenon that you can see in the sky, and I understand why it's on everyone's bucket list, but I think it's more than a bucket list item. It's really transformative.
Gosh, oh, okay. I could talk about this forever with you. This was so amazing. Thank you for those incredible videos and photos too that we got to witness here, and now I want to see it in real life.
It's my pleasure, and you're welcome to come and see it in real life. Anyone's welcome to travel with me in Norway. I'm on board those ships this season and the next, so please do come and join me. I'd love to see you there.
Thank you so much. I would love to go. And Hurtigruten.
That's right.
Okay,
Hurtigruten.
Popular astronomy voyages to the Arctic Norway run multiple times a year. And since we're still in this special solar time, it's expected the next 2 years will be some spectacular viewing. And Tom, of course, will be there.